I'm Johnny Price, and this is another of our Talking Head film analyses, where we are not so much concerned with how good a movie might be, as we are with the ideas that come out of the movie. If you have ever toyed with the idea of just dropping out of the political process by simply never voting again, well, then, the Ides of March, a political drama directed by George Clooney, may help you make up your mind. This is a really good film, and it's got an excellent cast with outstanding performances by Clooney himself, Ryan Gosling, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Marissa Tomei, Paul Giamatti, Evan Rachel Wood, and Jeffrey Wright. I doubt that it will tell you anything that you don't already know, or at least suspect. But to see in a true-to-life form all of the messiness and backstabbing and double-crossing and deal-making, which are now part and parcel of contemporary politics, is perhaps enough to make you step back and ask, is it worth it? Well, now, first of all, Clooney himself is to be credited. He was one of the co-writers of the script. And as an outspoken political liberal himself, he is to be credited with the fact that all of the political intrigue in the film takes place in the Democrat Party. There is not a Republican in sight. So nobody is going to be able to accuse George Clooney of having an agenda of a political nature in this film. In fact, Clooney himself has said that the first half of the movie, with its rosy picture of Governor Morris, the governor would-be president, and his politics, will energize the liberals. But that the second half of the film, portraying Morris's dissent, will prove more popular with those on the political right. Clooney stars as Mr. Morris, a governor who is running for president, and it is the primary season. It's the Ohio primary that will determine who the party's candidate will be. In all likelihood, it is the Ohio primary that will determine who the president will be, since the Republicans have put up such a weak slate of candidates themselves. But the film isn't really about politics. There are certainly a couple of cautionary elements for young people who enter the fray all wide-eyed and idealistic, as Ryan Gosling's character does. And there is the reality of very powerful political figures preying upon the entranced young, such as the young, pretty intern, female intern, who is brought into an affair by the governor himself. It raises, or certainly reminds us, of the questions that really matter in this arena. For example, what does it mean, really mean, to be a principled person? What do we want from our leaders? Should we want something different? Something better? But on a level deeper than politics, the Ides of March is really about moral compromise and the deterioration of the soul. Robert Louis Stevenson once wrote, "Everybody, sooner or late, sits down to a banquet of consequences." And that certainly happens in this film. But on the deepest level, and I doubt very seriously that this was intentional, the Ides of March reminds us of the dangers of putting all of our hope into the leaders of this world. Early in the film, during a debate, candidate Morris says, "I'm neither a Christian nor an atheist. I'm not Jewish or Muslim. My religion is written on a piece of parchment called the Constitution." If, as a people, that's as far as our hope goes, if that is where our hope rests, we are going to be gravely disappointed. I'm Johnny Price, and this has been another of our Talking Head film analyses.